Okay, so we've talked about topics and how to choose your topic. Next, we're going to cover the thesis statement. So, can any of you tell me what a thesis statement is?
It's a statement that introduces your topic to your subjects and gets them interested in what you're going to talk about.
Okay, good. That's right. It's a sentence of the opening paragraph that introduces your audience to the main ideas of your paper. It also works as a roadmap for the reader. So the easiest way to create your thesis statement is to break it down into the simplest terms. For a thesis statement, you need two things, a topic and an opinion, and that equals your thesis statement. So your thesis statement will present your opinion on the topic. It must contain a topic and your opinion on that topic. The thesis statement answers a question about the topic. So when you are thinking about what to do to create your thesis statement, here's a few things to keep in mind of what to do and what not to do. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't say something like, Teotihuacan is a great place for a family vacation if you're interested in ancient American civilizations. Be firm. Say, Teotihuacan is an excellent place for your next family vacation. Don't hedge. Don't say something like, the Chevy Impala is one of the best family cars on the market. Do be decisive. Say, the Chevy Impala is the best sedan on the market for your family today. Don't qualify your statement. Do be direct. Don't say, the Toshiba laptop is a perfect choice if you can get it at a good price. Say, the Toshiba laptop is the perfect choice. In your paper, you'll explain why it's the perfect choice, and you may even address how to get it at the right price. But for your thesis statement, you want to be direct, firm, and decisive. You'll also want to be fair in approaching your evidence for your thesis statement. And these are some examples of thesis statements that I've actually read from students. Don't use something like, despite popular belief, cigarette smoking is actually beneficial for your health. That's not a fair consideration to the evidence. Do consider both sides of a controversy. So if you're going to do something on legalizing or anti-marijuana legalization, you don't want a thesis statement that says marijuana should remain illegal, and anyone who argues otherwise is a liberal pot smoker. So now that we've talked about all that, let's talk just a little bit about how to write your thesis statement. When it comes to the actual process of writing, the number one rule is KISS, and most of you probably know that as keep it simple, stupid. Well, for thesis statements, it means keep it short and simple. Make sure that you limit your thesis statement to just one main idea. Don't say something like, Teotihuacan is a perfect place for family vacation, as is Machu Picchu and Chichen Itza. Make sure that you are using a declarative statement. Don't use qualifiers, no, might, maybe, perhaps. LeBron James may be the best basketball player of all times. That's not a good example of a thesis statement. You want to be direct and decisive.
Convincing.
Convincing, yes. Now, once you have, or while you're writing it, you might have some problems trying to choose a side if you're looking at a controversial topic. And my little quote there here, Pythagoras once said that there are two sides to every question. So if you're having trouble choosing a side, write a thesis statement for both sides. and see which one makes more sense to you. If you're still having trouble, make a list of facts for two different sides, and then look at those facts and see which ones more align with what you want to argue. So once you've written your thesis statement, then the evaluation process begins. After you've created your thesis statement, you're going to want to look at it and answer these following questions. Has it answered a question, or has it merely restated it? You don't want to restate the question. We already know what the question is. We want you to answer it. Have you written a declarative statement without qualification? Is it a declarative statement? Not a question, not a maybe, not wishy-washy, but a good, firm, declarative statement. And finally, make sure that you've chosen a side. It's important to acknowledge and address the other side's argument in your paper, but in your thesis statement, you must choose one side and clearly state your side. Now, writing is a process, and writing a thesis statement is a process. Just as you're writing, you'll continually be revising your writing, and you may have to revise your thesis statement. So as you're writing, don't forget to go back and check out your thesis statement to make sure that it still aligns with the ideas that you're presenting in your paper. That's good. Stop.